I'm making another jelly cabinet in my wood shop today. Then I gotta get the rest of these frames done. It's a hot day today. But I'm gonna go on a little walk. I just want to clarify from my last video that I don't intend to change the content that I'm producing. I'm still going to do cat videos and random videos and, all the stuff I did before. I'm just going to compartmentalize it on various channels and, focus on one theme at a time. But sorry about the wind noise. A little breezy today. But one of the things that I wanted to do on this channel was just show some areas around the town here and historic buildings and talk about some of the history of Vermont, because we do have an interesting history, and that's part of the appeal of the tourism that comes up here. There's a museum that I want to go to called the Precision Museum or something like that, and it's all turn of the century machinery with the flat belts, and I haven't made it there yet, but I'm interested in that kind of stuff. And I wanted to share some history of my building too. Get a view of it down here. But my structure originally was a machine shop. I get a lot of questions about my building, and I haven't really gone into it that much. But it was built in the early 1900s to be a machine shop, and it was converted to various uses after that. But yeah, metalworking machines and some woodworking machines were actually made in this shop in this area right here. And I guess they would load them up onto the railroad and deliver their products by rail. I'm trying to think of the name of it right now. It was I can't think of it right now. I'm drawing a blank, but I'll post a link to it. There's a website called vintagemachinery.org, and I actually have a listing for the company that owned that building and made those products. And it's a really good website. I recommend it, and I'm totally into the vintage machinery. I have an old drill press that was made in the early 40s, and it's one of my favorite machines. So I'm taking a little walk up the road here to show you this abandoned house. Nobody's been living in it for several years now. There was a real old man that had to move out to get care, and it's been left neglected for the past 4 or 5 years. I had to come out here when Joe was inside because he'd follow me up here, and he's not allowed up here because there's foxes that live underneath this building. It looks like somebody's been walking through here, so I don't know if Might be a deer path, but there are a lot of really old, neat structures in Vermont. That's one of the things I really like about it. But this particular structure has a unique piece of history, which is the reason why I wanted to come up here and show it to you. There is a basement in this house, and there's a tunnel, which is an underground tunnel that runs from here all the way down to one of the structures near the railroad. And it was actually an underground slave tunnel that was part of the emancipation of slavery. Vermont was one of the first states to help smuggle slaves from the South and give them a chance, which is kind of neat. And it's kind of neat to think that there, is a tunnel that runs right next to my property that was part of that history. And it's right here in this house. And my wife said she's actually been in it because she knew a family that used to live here when she was a kid growing up, and they used to have parties here, and they would hang out and party in the slave tunnel. So, a little piece of history to share. I will talk more about stuff like that and show some of the other structures around town. So, it's a fairly big house here. I'm not sure what kind of shape it's in. Looks like somebody may have tried to break in there. I'm just going to check on that. Looks suspicious. Boynton and Plummer. I just thought of it. That was the name of the company that built my structure. And they went out of business during the Depression, so they closed by the 40s. But I think it would be cool if I could get a piece of machine that was made here in the structure and just kind of keep it here for a museum piece. Alright, well, I hope you enjoyed my quick tour. I gotta get back to work. And If you like this video and want to see more stuff like this, let me know.